What am I wearing? I look like I'm in.
You look what?
I look like I'm in drabs. Okay, but anyways.
In drabs. Okay, so hi. This is for the series of Life is the Cast. With me is, I was gonna say, the first person that sings a solo on stage, meaningfully. This is Cerulean.
Hi.
So sorry, I know, as awkward as it is, I will
Okay.
edit out
Okay.
parts that don't work too
Okay.
well. Can you give us a bit of a backstory? And you can be a bit vague about it. You can talk about your relationship with music, or how you discovered the KLMC.
So I have a former member who told me about KLMC, and when he told me about KLMC, I was really busy with my former work, so I just said, "Oh, I'll think about it," and then I didn't. I ended up not joining for the next 8 months, and then 8 months later, I was unemployed. I resigned, and I thought, you know what? Why not give it a go? Because I've always loved an idea of joining a choir, because that's when I used to join a lot of choirs. I was in a choir at church. I was in a choir at high school. I was in a choir outside. Uh, so yeah, so I joined because of that member, Elvin Yongping.
Oh yeah, of course. Miss the guy so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Life is. We started talking about it in June last year. What were your initial thoughts? What was the process like during the show, or leading up to the show, during the show, and what's the aftermath for you personally?
I was very skeptical and very worried.
Everyone's using the same word. Everyone is skeptical.
Because I was like, we are doing a musical and we're doing it in such a last minute. Though I don't know how fast paced the musical scene is, but to me, I thought that was a really, really, really rushed last minute idea. And obviously, because the whole story is about HIV, and I was like, oh no, is this, because it's either gonna be a flop, or it's gonna be flop so bad, or it's gonna be really good. It's not gonna be in between,
Oh, okay.
It felt that way.
Okay,
Yeah.
good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, and obviously none of us are experienced, and none of us
Yes.
has done this before. So I thought, oh shit. And when we were training for the dance and for the singing, and half of these boys can't even memorize their words, right? And I thought, oh my god, we are so screwed. We are so screwed. It's gone. We're done.
Okay.
But the week before the actual musical, things started to make sense, and things started to seem to work for some reason. And obviously, I've performed before on stage. I performed before singing, but I've never done a musical. I've never done, musical theater. So I find this experience really surreal. I think there's the art of becoming. I think I've never experienced that before I've done Life Is.
Wow.
Yeah. So I really, really, doing this was a really good experience for me.
I'm glad.
Although I do wish I had a little bit more lines and interaction with the other cast, but yeah.
So much I want to say right now. Cerulean is one of the most natural storytellers I've seen. You've actually changed how I think about singing. Because you were one of those people that proved you don't need to go towards Ais and Kong to tell a story, to sound good. Instead, your showcase did something that it was like, oh my gosh, it's not the perfectly held note, but it's perfect. And so a lot of the roles we get as teachers flew out the window. And I'm surprised it's your first musical, because you were exceptional at storytelling.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we have way more rooms to improve.
I don't disagree. One thing you wish you could have changed. It can be positive and negative.
For the musical?
Anything. After the experience, what you wish could have happened, or
I don't know. I mean, I always hope that I'll be kinder to people, and I'm always trying, I think all of us are learning. But I don't think there's anything I would really change.
Okay.
I mean, at least for the boys who really tried as well. Like they put, their work to it. I really enjoyed that whole week, coming into the theater during the day and then leaving the theater when it's at night. It almost felt like we were at like a school camp without the sleepover, and I really enjoyed that. I mean, I mean, to be honest, I've never had like guy friends. Most of my friends are girls, so pretty much 95% of my friends are girls.
I didn't know that.
So I think when I joined KLMC, it was really intimidating because I felt I'm not used to boys in general being
Okay.
So
that leads us to the last.
A very healing experience.
Wow.
And I left the musical with a few friends.
I'm glad. I'm really glad for that. Last statement actually is: what is something you wish you could tell your younger self, or someone else that's watching that needs to hear something from you?
Wow, that's a very loaded question.
No, it's just a goodbye statement. That's all.
I don't know. I feel like everything you go through, there is a reason, and it will eventually bring you to where you wish and where you are supposed to be. I think that's how life is. You would go to an audition, you would practice singing, and you would think, oh, I didn't make it. But sometimes you do have to try and fail to get to places, I think. And I think there's a misconception about singing. You don't have to be like fully talented. Sometimes hard work does have effort, does have results,
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Calvin. Cerulean.
That was awkward, but okay.
Can I just...